Holy shit, this just hit the fan out of nowhere. And in a way, I didn't think that this would possibly happen, but at the same time, with what's going on around the world in 2020, with a particular virus, things are not looking good anywhere you look at this. Hello, listeners and viewers. My name is Brawlers, and we have recent breaking news with what has been going on with the electronic dance music universe. This just in, Ultra Music Festival 2020 for Miami has been canceled, mainly postponed because of one tiny invisible critter that's going around infecting thousands upon thousands of people, and we all know it. It starts with a corona. No, not that corona, the coronavirus. This is all in a serious video in and of itself, so me making that joke was a little bit stupid, so my apologies. But in the reality for Ultra Music Festival 2020 for Miami in particular, postponing it to the point where it might be canceled, this is a serious issue, mainly because of the virus that's been happening ever since of early January 2020. What does this mean for the entire company that is responsible for Ultra? They're going to lose a lot of money. They're going to lose a lot of profit, and not to mention a lot of people are going to be disappointed. And mainly if you just heard the news right now, possibly if you yourself was making the plans to go to Ultra Music Festival Miami, you are most likely disappointed. I don't blame you, because of this serious issue that not only the electronic dance music universe is getting hit, but there are other areas that are also going to get affected by this. Companies are starting to stop or at least halt their manufacturing products to spread around the world, because a lot of the stuff comes from China. Also, conventions that are going to be happening in the near future, possibly canceling as well. And what makes it even worse, also for ravers, that Beyond Wonderland, get ready to hear the news if it gets canceled, because Beyond Wonderland is in the areas of San Bernardino, which is right next door to a city called Riverside. And if I'm correct, there were around 200 people that were quarantined because of the coronavirus. Bright side, around 99% of them were tested negative of the coronavirus, but we have no idea with what the coronavirus has in store for the entire world now that we are rapidly approaching the hexadigit numbers of people getting infected by it, and unfortunately getting close to 5,000 deaths confirmed because of this tiny little virus. Now, going back with the possible plans of what does this mean for Beyond Wonderland, what does this mean for EDC Las Vegas, there is a high possibility that sorry, brain fart again. I'm trying to do this all in one go, so me going back into this one more time. A high possibility that all these festivals will get canceled or at least postponed until further notice. I will not be surprised, but at the same time, it's this realization going, no freaking way. All this time and all this money that maybe one has put in, and the hype that people are just willing to go and have like the weekend of their lives or even a day to experience the universe, it's something out of the ordinary. And this is the first time that that Ultra Music Festival is going to cancel, or at least, as I mentioned before, postpone the festival until further notice. Ever since 1999, now that reminds me, I got to do a history with Ultra Music Festival. But returning to the coronavirus and the situations for electronic dance music festivals and events, what does this mean for the headbangers that want to go to Lost Lands or they want to go to Base Canyon? Did I say Canyon? I said Canyon. My apologies. What does this mean for people that want to go to Dream State in late 2020? Will the coronavirus still be around in a striking manner as it is right now? We're at the peak of its point, and it is scary to realize that just about the entire globe has been contaminated by the coronavirus, or has been hit at least a significant portion. except Antarctica, because practically no one lives in Antarctica. Returning to Ultra Music Festival one more time. In a way, the video that I did, there it goes. But it's still a fact that the lineups were there, and a lot of people are unfortunately saying, rip these sets, rip Ultra Music Festival. As mentioned one more time, yes, I'm being redundant, postponed until further notice, but as of the moment, I will not be surprised if the entire production team, I'm assuming Insomniac is responsible for it, that they would say, yeah, we need to cancel it officially, and it will not be coming into 2020, which I hope we do not get the word from that. But we should be ready for that type of news to hit us if worse scenarios come to mind and come into action. We need to be extremely cautious with this virus. The last time humanity has been hit with some type of virus was with the E. coli virus, but that was in Africa during the late 2010s. But with this situation, this is getting almost to the point where it's almost out of control. Granted, we may take precautions, and we must take the absolute highest regards of precautions. If you know that someone is safe and has recently traveled, do your best to keep your distance or to keep yourself safe from them if you need to come in contact with him or her. If you're out in public, now Los Angeles has been declared a state of emergency for the coronavirus. Do your best to keep yourself healthy. Do your absolute best to, as I mentioned before, keep yourself away from those individuals that are sick, especially if you are in close relations with folks that are recovering. And be aware with the news, with what's going on with the coronavirus. Who knows if there will be some type of treatment or cure. We are hoping that there will be a cure for the coronavirus in the summertime or even earlier. The earlier, the better. Because as of right now, not only electronic dance music festivals are getting hit, but other types of industries from all over the world, even big ones, which includes the food industry. I feel so bad for the people that are struggling to have a meal in front of them if they are in China, because a lot of food companies have restricted their routes to produce and distribute food in a normal basis for people in China to eat. How are they going to do that if this virus is spreading around like a wildfire? So lastly, for all those that are attending or were going to attend Ultra Music Festival Miami 2020, I am very, very sorry. I have no idea of the magnitude of disappointment that a lot of people are going through right now, but it's an understandable move that I'm assuming Insomniac did this, and to say safety needs to come first. The last thing we want is a massive outbreak with the coronavirus. This is kind of unfortunate with the history of humanity and what's been going on, but safety needs to be at the highest priority right now. Please restrict yourselves from going into certain parts of the world that one has restricted or completely going into off limits. For example, China. At the point, if the virus does get hectic, there will be a high possibility, if not a confirmed case, that traveling to China is going to be out of the question. Just recent reports a couple of hours ago within my city of LA, LAX has been hit with a few amount of people, employees, that have been infected by the coronavirus. And I feel very scared because my middle brother works as a cadet in LAX. So who is to say that I could possibly be next, or you as the viewer could possibly be next? Lastly, please keep yourself as healthy as possible in these scary, invisible times that this tiny little threat could be so mighty. I guess the saying, tiny yet mighty, is a perfect description for the coronavirus in this situation. Now, if you actually made it to the official end, I'm going to finish off the video right now because, no joke, I'm actually playing a little bit of video games and I need to get back into making music. I wanted to take the time to say, please be safe out there. Ultra Music Festival, I really hope you guys will postpone and not officially cancel the festival for 2020. If Ultra can come back around in the fall of 2020, that'll be freaking crazy, and I hope the producers will actually steal the show and make it worth the wait, along with the people that were responsible for putting Ultra Music Festival together. So I wish everybody to be absolutely safe and healthy in these dire times. And I hope you as the viewer give this content a shot. Take this information, I said it correctly now, into consideration, and to spread the word around and tell people from all over the world that just not only the sad and unfortunate news of Ultra Music Festival Miami is canceled / postponed, but to tell them to be safe. Yeah, wash your hands too, and do everything in your power to limit the spread of this virus. Thank you guys for giving me a chance. If you made it to the end of the video, you want to like, subscribe, all that blah blah blahness, it'll go a long way. And I do say thank you for giving me the time to spread this news. But just know that your viewership means the world to me. If you guys are hearing this right now, my dog is actually dreaming. So I'm going to say this quietly. Keep listening, stay safe, and rave on.